Hello everyone, I'm Gopika Satish and I'm super excited to host our brand new mini podcast series, Inspire and Ignite. In this podcast series, we'll feature our leaders, mentors, and guides who will inspire us in many ways. We've lined up some great speakers with a lot of valuable insights and experiences, and we hope you learn a lot from them, discover new possibilities, and that it sparks your curiosity. On our very first episode, we have with us our favorite leader, Mr. Shankar Narayan Babu, fondly known as Shanks. Welcome to MCO Mini Podcast, Inspire and Ignite. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I think I had a good sleep. Yeah, all fresh, all energized today.
Great. So we'd like to ask you a few questions, especially one question that a lot of people would like to know who recently joined. So they'd like to know, how long have you been with Cognizant? How has the journey been? What's the role you do? How has it been?
That's a great. I have been with Cognizant forever. To be honest, right? This is my first company. I'm clocking 17 years in the next 1 month from now. 19th of May 2008, which I cannot forget. I joined as a level 1 call taking agent way back in 2008. I used to support US based operations for a leading DVD rental chains, right, way back, right? And then years passed, a lot of things happened. It's been quite a journey. So since 2008, I've lived. I obviously got hired in India, based in Chennai, and then a couple of years I was there, and then I moved over a couple of different countries. I lived in the Philippines from 2011 till 2018. We set up a lot of things there, and then 2018 I moved to Ireland. Right now I'm based out of Ireland. Yeah, it's 17 years and counting, and many more to go.
Yeah, that's quite a journey. So what gets you motivated?
Gets you motivated is like people. That's what I would say, right? So I think Cognizant itself is like an ocean by itself, right? 360,000 plus people. And I'm very fortunate to handle global delivery, right? When I say global delivery, I meet a lot of people, meet a lot of cultures, right? So it's not just, so obviously born and brought up in India, and then I was moving to the Philippines. It was a culture shock for me, right? So I think in India, things shut down by like 9, I'm talking about way back 2007, 8 times, right? So shut down at 9 p.m. Manila, life starts at 9 p.m., right? That was like a day and night thing for me. And then I was there for like some 7, 8 years. And moved to Ireland. So Ireland, we set up the entire EMEA operations for YouTube. So it's multiple different cultures, right? So name the culture, name the language. We do almost like 35 plus different language delivery out of EMEA. Initially started with Dublin. We added like a couple of other sites. We have Portugal, Lisbon, we have Poland, Krakow, we have Hamburg in Germany. Yeah, so people gets me motivated. So I speak to a lot of them. I can't stop talking to people. I learn different cultures. It gives you that content about learning new things and learning about people, learning about new cultures and how to handle different kinds of people. That's what gets me motivated.
Great. Thank you so much for that. So what's one lesson your job has taught you that you think everyone should learn at some point of their life?
It's not just the Cognizant. I think I have this whole principle in life, right? So I think hard work never fails.
Right.
That's your bottom line, right? And specifically in Cognizant, in people kind of business, right? So in any kind of service delivery that you do, right? I keep telling this to my managers across the globe, right? So I think there are different kinds of leaders. There are different sets of leaders. They have their own way of handling people, etc., right? But what I keep telling them is, right, just take care of your people, and they will take care of the business, right? You don't need to run behind business. You need to just run behind your people, and then just take care of them, and they are there to take care of it, right? So you don't need to keep asking them questions about like, hey, number, hey, what's your CSAT, what's your... I think, all that is important. I'm not saying, don't take me wrong, right? But what I'm saying is, fundamentally, if your people are happy, your business is going to be happy, right? You need to spend lesser effort in moving your metrics and numbers if you are taking care of your people the way they should be taken care of.
Cool. Awesome reply. So there's there's an out of context question. What usually keeps you up at night when you can't sleep?
Yeah. So I think I think up at night is like, and specifically with the kind of customers that you're handling, right, in the modern digital era, right? Every day is a Monday, right? So I think obviously people talk about work-life balance and all those things, right? So I sleep at night. I'm not saying I keep awake all the time, but with this global delivery, right, across the globe, we have Philippines, we have India, we have EMEA, we have US, etc. Right? Something keeps happening, right? But the only thing is you have a solid management. You select key leaders who can take care of the business, and then trust them, and then they do everything for you, right? So the only thing is, what keeps me awake at night, apart from all these Instagram reels and stuff like that I keep doing before going to bed, which is not a good habit, by the way, right? So I'm trying to cut down. But apart from that, like, something keeps happening. But that also gives me that rush, right? I mean, we don't want to be lethargic at any point in time, and handling like a dynamic business like what we do today, right? So I think you need to be awake at all times is what I would say.
Thank you so much for that. Now we'll get into something different.
Okay.
We'll be doing a rapid fire round.
Okay.
So I'll be shooting questions at you, and then the first thing that you think about is the one that you should be answering.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Sure.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
What do you think?
I don't know, you tell me. You look like an extrovert to me.
Yeah, so I think, like, people think I don't talk much, right?
Okay.
That's the general assumption with people the first time they see me, right? So, but that's completely not true, right?
Yeah, I think once they get to know
you. Once I start talking, you have to stop me, right? So that's how it is, right? I'm super extrovert. I like what I said, I love talking to people. I love understanding different cultures and different parts of the world, right? So I think, so super extrovert, yes.
Cool. What occupation other than, what you do now would you choose?
Okay, so you said I should not think. I wanted to be a pilot, to be very honest, initially, right? So when I started, but never happened, right? So it's a different thing. Yeah, but yeah, so if I was not in BPO, then that's what I would have done, yes.
Okay. Nice. So if you woke up to 5,100 emails and only had one time to answer 100, how would you choose which ones to answer?
Okay, so the first point is there will never be 5,100 emails with all the modern devices in hand, right? So you pretty much close. Okay, hypothetically, if that's what you're asking, if I suddenly wake up, maybe I have 5,000 emails and I just select all and read. That's it. And if something is important, they will come back to me. Okay. I don't want to go through all the 5,000, obviously.
All right. So if you were given the chance to listen to a singer or a band for the rest of your life, which singer or which band would it be?
It'll be more of a singer. I've always been amused by Sri S.P. Balasubramanian ji.
I love him.
And so I think he has always been my idol since the beginning. It's unfortunate we lost him.
Yes.
But he's amazing inside out, right? So yeah.
So what's one thing about your job or role that you did not expect?
That I did not expect. Yeah, the like what I said, right? So you can't expect anything. There is no template for this role, right? So I think there is no SOP, there is no playbook that you can read and then say, okay, so today morning I'm starting at 9 a.m. and then I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then go to sleep, right? That's what I think. Maybe in some way or the other, that's I got used to it. And I love it, right? To be very honest, initially when I started my career, right, like it was like a very straightforward 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then there is calls, you handle the calls, you do whatever, and then go home, right? But even during that time, I didn't do that. I didn't stop just look at this opportunity or like this career as like a 9 to 6 kind of job, right? So I wanted to keep learning, and I kept learning because see, when the fun story is, when I started, I did not even know what's a call center, right? To be very honest, right? So I did not know uh, uh, when I joined. To be very frank, this the role that the role that I was hired for, I did not even go for the actual interview, right? I was not supposed to go for the interview, right? It was my friend. I was running my own business with my dad, and then I was the official, the driver for all my friends who finished college, right? Monday to Friday, I just keep dropping them in different companies. They used to go for the interview, and then I just wait outside, and then we go out, hang out after that, etc. Right? One fine morning, we had this interview with Cognizant, and then they said, "Okay, why don't you also do?" I said, "I just came to drop." They said, "No, it's okay. You can also do it." It was a third party vendor. I think it was not direct Cognizant, so I went through a recruitment agency. Yeah, so that's how it started, right? So and then I landed the job, and then I just started working. I still remember the first call that I took, right? So the phone rang, I picked up the phone, I said hello, and I still remember the team lead who came running to me, right? I said, "Hey, you can't say hello, you have to say thank you for calling Blockbuster Computer Support." I said, "Man, it's like 21 years, I never said this, I just said hello." Yeah, that's how it started, I didn't expect, to be very honest, when I started this role, right? I didn't expect that I'll be doing it today, whatever I'm doing today, right? So, but I love what I'm doing. It's been an amazing journey. Cognizant has been there throughout, including my wife, who also worked with me in Cognizant. Yeah. So whatever I am today, whatever has happened in my life so far, Cognizant has been there throughout, right next to me. That's what I'd say.
So if you had 24 hours to do whatever you wanted in the city, what would you like to do?
24 hours in Hyderabad?
Yes.
Apart from this heat, if there is no heat, I would love to tour the entire city. There is a lot of things to watch. Look, I've never gone, to be very honest. It's been like, I think it's my 5th or 6th visit to Hyderabad. It's always been the hotel to the office and the office to the hotel, right? So I've never gone out. I'd love to do it. Maybe next time when we do it. I think I know you guys do a lot of outreach programs. I was talking to Midun last night. So whenever, I think next month when we meet up, we should plan something so that we can do that outreach together. It will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that will be great. So the next question is, what are the childish acts you still enjoy doing up until now? Is there anything?
I don't know. I'm just thinking. Maybe my wife will know more, but childish. But I keep playing Candy Crush. I don't know why. Right? That's what I do for the last. Whenever I'm free, that's the first thing that I do. Right? I don't know why. Right? So in between meetings, whenever I'm in the plane, when I'm driving on the cab, whatever, and that's one of the most childish things that I do. It's fun, actually. Yeah. Should try.
My mom would agree.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest superstition you've ever heard?
Yeah, there's a lot, right? So I think I still didn't, because I don't know, right? I'm not a superstitious guy, to be very honest, right? So there are a lot of things like, there is this cat crossing, you cannot go, and don't start anything on a Tuesday, and things like that, right? So I don't believe in those things which doesn't make any logic. So yeah.
Okay, so if you win $1 million, what are the things you wouldn't spend on?
If I win $1 million, what I will not
spend on?
Okay, I won't get married again, for sure, right? It's a lot of money I already spent, right? So yeah, no marriage, no kids. Yeah.
That's something that you will avoid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does your brain try to make you do, and you have to resist yourself not to do it?
Candy Crush.
Okay. We are clear about that now.
Yes.
So if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Superpower, I want to have a superpower which can multiply superpowers. That's it, so that I don't run out of superpowers. That's it.
So
I
once the
think
genie
that's
comes, you wish for more,
Yeah.
unlimited wishes.
Yeah. Just keep adding, yes.
Okay. So what would you do if you had to work but didn't need the money?
Oh. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
So something that you'd love to do even if you're not getting paid.
Love to do if I'm not getting paid is just talking to people. That's it. Right? Even
Okay.
if I don't get paid, I don't care. It's fine.
Okay, great. So if you could dedicate one song to Team MCO, what would it be? That's our last question.
Team MCO, it's going to be Beat It with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, great song, great choice. All right. So awesome. With that, we come to an end of this segment, and also before we wrap this mini episode, do you have any message for the team?
Yeah, it's been, I mean, like this team always has been a special team, right? So I mean, the kind of work that you guys are doing compared to all other workflows, every team is special, by the way, right? But the kind of work that goes behind MCO, there's a lot of things which the outside world doesn't know, right? So how the back end of the entire music world works, right? And the good part is like just keep challenging yourself, just keep learning new things. We are doing a lot of things are coming your way, right? The studio will be up and running very soon. I think you guys already know, we gave you heads up.
Right.
Make a lot of use of the studio, right? To build whatever you guys need to build, create more content. Yeah, and just keep challenging, just keep delivering, right? Growth will always be there, right? So Cognizant will be there for you.
Right.
Yeah, so don't, I think end of day, you just need to make sure the customers are delighted. I mean, you guys are doing things which are impacting a lot of end customers of YouTube, not just YouTube as a client, but a lot of consumers, right? So I think you touch their life in every day, right? And specifically this program, where YouTube is one of the biggest and most used platforms in the world, right? So people keep listening to music. Music is something which will never die, and you guys are doing a brilliant job so far, and I'm so happy to be part of this team, and I love to come back, and I'm super excited for this whole studio setup very soon happening, and yeah, we'll have more fun next time.
Yes, it was a pleasure talking to you as
Thank you.
always. I hope you enjoyed it as much as
Absolutely,
we did.
yes. It was very
Thank you to anyone and everyone who listened on behalf of the MCO newsletter crew. Until next time, adios.